Yo, what's good, gamers? Today, first of all, Happy New Year. It's been quite some time not since I filmed, because I'm just lazy and did not edit my videos, but it's been quite some time since I have posted, and I don't even know if I'm in frame. And this year, I'm really gonna ramp things up. I'm gonna film more, I'm gonna actually edit, and I'm gonna post more. That being said, make sure, weirdly enough, as much as I've wanted to do YouTube, and that's what I wanted to focus on, I'm very active on my Instagram. So go follow me over on Instagram at Syrup Serpent. And today, I have been, despite the mess, I don't know if you can see it on my bed in the back, I have been cleaning and organizing my studio slash bedroom, and I found a bunch of this big pile right here, just a bunch of my old notebooks and artwork and whatnot, and I thought it'd be fun if we went through some of it together, because I I like art. I just am not good at it at all. So to start off here, firstly, this giant orange notebook is just a bunch of, I haven't gone through it. I know it is, though I know 99% of it is old schoolwork and old papers of homework and tests and whatnot that I do not need anymore, as I have graduated high school. So maybe in a future video we can burn this or something. What is this? That is a bunch of words that I don't feel like reading. So yeah, let's not bore ourselves with that. Here's my 8th grade graduation photo, which I find weird. Like, why do they do 8th grade graduations or like 6th grade graduations, you know? Like, when I was in 6th grade and my class graduated from the middle school to go to the high school, we had a graduation. I mean, yeah, it was more or less a graduation, but I mean, I just broke the frame. I don't understand that. It seems kind of pointless. Like, you're not really, like, you're still, like, we were still in middle school. It was like 6th grade was like the beginning of middle school, and then we moved on to 7th grade, which was still middle school. So I feel like the graduation was really just more to mark that we're moving to a different school, which I feel wasn't all that important to mark. And then the same thing for 8th grade, graduating from being in middle school and going to high school, which I feel isn't really that big of an accomplishment, but I don't know. But they also give, fun fact about me, I went to 2 different high schools, and so I actually ended up having 2 different graduations at that high school. And this is from the school I started in 8th grade. This is the 8th grade graduation diploma. And then I've one from my old school for graduating high school, and then another one from the same school, the new school that I went to, for also graduating high school. So I'm gonna start selling high school diplomas if anyone wants to buy one, you know. Didn't quite make the cut, and just, you know, you want one to show off, you know, I got you. I finally found my clipboard. I've been looking for this for ages. There's nothing special about it, it's just a clipboard. This is an old Scooby-Doo Monopoly board that I found that I thought it'd be fun to keep and kind of make my own board game with it. My initial idea for the board game was and I wanted to make this its own video, just like the process of like thinking about it and making it and whatnot, but I'm just gonna say the initial idea I had because it's stupid, and apparently I was already copying a newly existing Monopoly game. Just got a random craving for peanut. What are those cookies called? The mini peanut butter sandwiches. Nutter Butters. I just got a random craving for those. But anyway, my initial idea for the board game was just to kind of have it where there's no rules. That's the basic gist of what my idea was, just that there were no rules, and I think the only real rules were they're gonna be like no. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what I thought. This was a while ago, but like I do remember my whole thing was like, oh, you know, it'd be fun to make a game where it's like the only rule is there are no rules. But then I think it was then I found out that Monopoly had already made a game where their whole concept was cheating is okay as long as you're not caught. So yeah, that idea went out the window, but that will be a new video. Also, this is not artwork, but this is a pencil case where if you unzip it, you can just go around it with the zipper a million times, and it just unravels into one big string. And I've always wanted one of these. I don't know why. It's just I saw other people having them, and it's just always looks so much fun. I don't remember where I got this, but I have one now, and I feel happy because now I can just literally zip and unzip it all day long. I mean, it's more fun to unzip because now it's just not even a pencil case anymore, and it's like, why is this a thing? But it's also fun. So, but I've always wanted one of these, and now I have it, and now I'm happy because it's fun to play with. This is one of my first notebooks. I have a tendency to just start writing in a notebook a bunch of different ideas and then just not finish them. So I'll read all some of the things that are in here. So firstly, as a kid I was always, and even today I still am, obsessed with time travel. So of course the first thing I drew in this notebook was a time machine, and I actually found some old time machine blueprints that I drew that are very funny and very cringy, and that make me sad. This second thing was a toilet flusher. So essentially, oh, I'm sorry, flusher pants is what I called them. So essentially, you have regular underpants, and then you have a toilet, and then you add them together, and it's flusher pants. And the whole thing was, someone would wear the underpants, and then you'd have a tube, I guess, like, I don't know why it's just in the back, even though you can't necessarily just, we're not birds, we're humans, and you can't just pee from the same place, but, is a tube that runs to a box I think I was going for some reason, and not some sort of toilet system. And yeah, you would just do it through the tube into the box, which I was a very strange kid. The next thing, which might be hard for y'all to see, is, what did I call this? Fighter pants. I don't know why. I don't know. Don't ask me why I was obsessed with modifying with modifying my pants. I just was, okay? But these were fighter pants, and essentially, you have your underpants, I guess, or pants, and then you have like just a couple swords, and then you'd wear them, and then you have, I don't know why I drew a big red meatball attached, coming out of it, attached to it. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, as you can hopefully see, there are two swords connected to the pants, and yeah, the dude's ready to fight people. So there's just so many things I would want to ask my younger self, like, why do you draw this? Like, what are your ideas? So I was really obsessed with the show Gravity Falls as a kid, and still am today because it's one of my favorite shows. And I was just big on like having my own journal, but I didn't I wanted to make one because I felt that was more, I don't know, I just felt it was more classic and more relatable to the show since the author did make the journals. So I just put in, some of the security orbs that they fight in the show at a certain point. I even wrote down like some of the weaknesses, and I even have an updated version, which I can show you guys at maybe in a later video. Now, oh boy. So now we have flushing fighter pants, where it's just all, so while you battle someone with your underpants swords, you can also take a crap at the same time into a box through a tube. And yeah, dude is making a really strange face there for the situation, but hey, I don't know, maybe I don't even know. It was a strange kid. I don't know what the rest of this is. That's pretty much it. And then the only other thing worth noting in this notebook is my last underpants related invention, I guess, because I kept drawing them like underpants for some reason, is fire pants. And it's exactly what the title would suggest. It's literally pants that are just on fire. I don't know if I was going for like an X-Men, I don't know, Fantastic Four, X-Men type thing, where it's just like, you could just set yourself on fire or whatnot. But yeah, that's essentially what it is. And yeah, this was just one of my very first notebooks. So yeah, put that over there. There's a lot of notebooks here, and we're not going to go through everything. Just went through all of that one just because there's not a lot in it, and there was some just really funny things. But I believe this is, yes, okay. So this is the top secret do not touch, one of my blueprints for a time machine. And it's just, I don't know, it's just very funny because on this first model here, you can see I've labeled everything like antennas, escape hatch, titanium walls, nuclear rocket, and then over here, I guess it was like some sort of way to, control the time machine and get back to your original time, I guess, maybe. Yeah, and it was like missile-proof control panel, elastic strap, buckle. And at first I was like, missile-proof control panel, when I was reading this again, I was like, okay, maybe I was building some sort of console. And then I read elastic strap and buckle, and I was like, no, that's more some sort of like bracelet or something that you would wear. So, I don't know. And then on the other side, same thing, just like a different model though. So I had to emphasize that, there are steps. Gotta make sure there are those. Bolts, gotta make sure there are the bolts there. Titanium metal, which is, you can clearly see. That's what that is. And electro antennas this time instead of regular ones. And what gets me is, I don't know if you all noticed that, but the way I spelled antennas, two completely different ways. I'm trying to figure out how cameras work. Top-notch camera work here, but I was not a smart child either, I guess. Just spelled antennas two completely different ways. Tell you what, let's go through this pile a little bit quicker. Ooh, found a crayon. Just because there are a lot of notebooks here, and I really want to get more down to some of the actual just singular artwork. Because, I don't know, a lot of it is a lot more funny than probably whatever is in the notebook. Let's see. Art. Ooh, actually, I just found a couple things that that actually I want to save for a different video that I wanted to do, where it was just reading a bunch of, that is not art, that is a list of some of my friends' birthdays. Random side rant and fun fact, my memory is horrible. Well, not horrible. Yeah, no, horrible. And it's just randomly selective of what I can remember. So, like, I have to write down almost everyone's birthday, which doesn't sound that weird. But I don't know, it's just random little things. Like, you could ask me what we talked about 5 minutes ago and I won't remember. But I don't remember exactly what you ordered at a very specific, rare restaurant that not many people know of back in 2003. And I wasn't even born then. But, yeah, I wanted to save this and some other things for a different video where I just read y'all some of my stories and whatnot. So put that over there. This, yeah, I'm not cutting or editing this. This is just what my filming experience is, you know? Just doing things on the spot here. We're not cutting or anything. I said I would edit, but I'm not trying to edit a lot here. So these ended up being all the notebooks that are in this pile. There's much more, trust me. Many more notebooks that I have to go through. So I'll go through these after I finish this video, look through them, see what might be interesting to show on camera, and then yeah, in a different video, because I know there's a lot of stuff and there's probably going to be a lot more. So we still have quite a pile here. So we'll get through this, and then in a part 2 to this video I'm going to make, we'll go through, after I've gone through all the notebooks, we'll go through what I think is, you know, worthy of being shown on camera, and then we can... I'll take a quick break there to eat some dinner, but now that breakfast is finished, to finish the pile. So one of the first things we got here is, my high school set up, see, I did this take before, and then I had to go eat, and then I just lost my train of thought. But basically, there was a program well, not a program, but there was like a small, like, gathering, I guess. I don't know what you would call it, but excuse me while I get my train of thought back. But there was a small gathering at the MoMA, Museum of Modern Art, where they invited just a bunch of, like, a bunch of different kids from different high schools down, and we all just kind of made different masks, and they had photo booths set up, and this lighting is not nice. They had just a bunch of different photo booths set up, and just a bunch of different props and whatnot, and there's one of my masks. I think I made like 2 or 3 different ones. 2 I finished and brought home. The other one I didn't finish, so I kind of just left it there. This next one is a Roman soldier, I guess I was going for, that I drew. There was one summer I was down in Florida. I just am visiting my grandparents, and I had just a bunch of these flashcards, and I just drew, like, I think it was like 47 different versions of this one soldier. So this one doesn't have a number, so I'm assuming this was like the first one I drew, and then I just was like, let me draw 46 more. So this next one, I drew a chicken labeled pig, which I think I did a really good job of, despite my inability to draw. And another one is a wiener dog pig going moo to the moo. And then for some reason on the back of this one, I just wrote gibberish. This next one here is... So we have I don't know how well y'all can see that, but there's a comic I made. The first frame, we have a dude finding some steel iron. Then for some reason he's robbing Santa Claus, and stealing some of his magic. And then he throws the magic onto the steel iron he found, and then he turns them into a diamond world. Which, now that I look at it and read it over again, I don't know if that was a comic or more so a tutorial how to get a bunch of diamonds. But either way, it's funny. I don't really know what the point of this drawing was. I kind of just took a ruler and just used a bunch of different colors, and I think it came out really nice. It kind of looks like one of those medical... I don't know what they're called, but it's like the machine... Like, one of the main machines everybody knows. It's like the machine they hook up to you to monitor your heart rate. Or probably even like one of those blood pressure blood pressure machines they use to take your blood pressure level. This next one is from... Excuse me, I'm getting over some allergies. This next one is... So, a couple years back, during the winter, I took... I don't know... I know somebody, and she recommended this mini winter program during the break I could took to just connect with some people, and I don't really know what the point of it was. I guess, like, I don't know, to learn about... I don't know, honestly. I remember we took some trips, and then also, I don't know, we just covered a lot of random topics. But we did these things where we made, like, we found quotes. I am not cutting to take care of my cough. But, we just found, like, some quotes that meant a lot to us, and pictures of things that, you know, we like, and that, you know, define us. Well, not define us, but I guess are a big part of our persons. For me, I found a giant Lego sculpture where it's a hand, and it's like this funnel spewing out of the hand, and there's like a city on top. The quote on... One of the quotes is, "Success isn't about how much money you make, it's about the difference you make in people's lives," which, that is very true. I mean, it depends how you want to define it. Honestly, I don't know. I like to think if... I don't know. I tell a lot of corny jokes, and I don't always give the best advice, but I think if I can just have fun with, you know, friends and family and just random people, and you bring a little bit of joy to them, I think that's nice. I consider that a good day. I also say that because I'm broke and can't really measure it by my money. The other quote is, "Self-motivation is key. You won't be successful without it." And then here's the Lego sculpture. I wish I could build something like that, but I cannot. Kind of gonna speed through some of these. Here's a picture of a man with large eyeballs. I don't know. Some of these pictures I draw, and I'm like, was I on crack or something? Cause like what is up with that man's eyeballs? Like, what's good with the sun? Like, I don't know what's good with like half these photos that I drew. All right, now that I've finally realized I've been filming with probably the world's shittiest audio, let's move on. Okay, so one of the things about the room that I'm in right now that I'm filming is that before it was... I've always lived in this room my entire life, so ever since it was a nursery for me, there's been a lot of different furniture and a lot of different like beds and stuff and changes that have been made to this room. It looks very different than it did when I was a child, and it feels a lot smaller too, actually. But one of the main things is, let me see if I can find the other thing that goes along with this. But one of the main things is that, there it is. Recently we made a new change by bringing an old desk we had up here so I could use it for stuff like this and art and whatnot. We moved my new bed to the other side of the room, one that I can barely fit on because I'm tall as hell. I actually still have the same bookshelf that fell on top of me when I was a young child, so yeah, that's still there. That's been there ever since I was a young lad, and then I have a new dresser. But it's like all different furniture, all different layout, and I I was trying to plan out like how it would look. So you can kind of see at the top, there's my bed and then the closet. Which version is this? Is this the original version? Yeah, this is the original way my room looks. So my bed is by my closet, got the window and a bookshelf, mind blanking, on either side of the room, and then towards the entrance or door out of my room, got dresser, a little nightstand I had, and then a chair in the corner. So that was the original version. And then the newer version, where window and bookshelf are on the same place they always been. But then my new bed is by the door to my room, and then my dresser and desk. Now I only have a dresser and desk on the opposite side, near the closet. Moving along, this is a Star Wars, The Ultimate Guide to the Last Jedi magazine my dad found, and I gotta tell you, it was I gotta tell you nothing, because we're not gonna talk about that movie. It's not good, and that's all we're gonna say about it. This is, I don't know what this is. I think for some of these I was just bored and, I don't know, wanted to do something. I'm holding it backwards. That's crazy. Sometimes it's good, like the one where it was just a bunch of different lines and then in different colors. And others it's just like that where I'm bored and I just scribble. This is actually a fun one because back in elementary school, my school always had outdoor Olympics where it was just like relay races and your whole class made banners depending on around like whatever theme it was. Like one year it was sports teams. That's the main one I can think of. But your class can make made banners for the outdoor Olympics based around the theme, and they always gave out shirts with different colors. So your entire class was on a different team, and it was an all-day thing where they had snacks and families came out. Everyone brought like juicy pops because it was hot that day. Juice boxes, snacks, everything. You know, you brought your towel, you laid down, talked with your friends until it was time to do your events. And then they had indoor Olympics where sometimes it was mini indoor sport activities, but a lot of the time it was where your class would choose a song and you could do a performance along with that song. And one year, and I'm pretty sure these weren't according to the theme, but one year my class picked the song the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's theme song, and we made in the one part of the song where he's like, I don't know the exact lyrics, but where he describes like he hopped out the cab to see his new home in Bel-Air. We recreated a cab with like a cardboard box, and this was the steering wheel we used. Well, this was either we were elementary school kids and we were not art majors, so this is either a steering wheel or this is a wheel off the cab. But I remember we each took like a piece of the cab with us just for shits and giggles. So that was a fun time. I'm sure there's a video online somewhere of it. Maybe I'll find it and re-upload it. I don't know. This is, what does that say? Party map. So I drew a pig. This was when I started following a book I got about how to draw things. So it's a pig with, I guess, sunshine rays around him, and then we have a party mouse rocket. So it's half mouse, half rocket, and he's shooting confetti out the sides. He's blasting off, and he's having a good time. If I saw a half mouse, half rocket blasting up into the nighttime sky, shooting confetti and fireworks, I'd be quite excited. I don't know what this was. For some reason, I have this blueprint of a house I made, and I wrote a big gibberish word that I'm sure it means something. I'm gonna try and pronounce it. Probably wrong. And I don't know what it means, but Flapopurpletrazon. 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 If anyone can pronounce that, I'll pin your comment. But yeah, you got stuff like a garden outside, a nice walkway up to the house, a queen bedroom, a kitchen, a walk-in closet, a king bedroom. What else? Apparently, for some reason, I thought we'd have room for a queen library. So yeah. What else we got? So here we have, I don't know, it's, let's start at the bottom here. We have a crab man thing saying, "I am your dad," and a person screaming. I think my inspiration for that part was the scene from Star Wars where Vader is like, "I am your father," and Luke is like, "No!" I drew SpongeBob, some pencils crossing, and then of course, when you draw SpongeBob, you gotta have Patrick. Only a couple more here. Here we have, this was when I was taking a mini art class at my elementary school when I still went there. This, at the top here, we got a robot watching his friend go freaking head first through a mysterious portal going, "Oh my god." Right below it, we have, my inspiration for this portion was the episode where Plankton opens an underground restaurant. So we got a drill, and it's just going all up and down, all the way downtown underground. Plankton, and then the chum bucket. This next one is pretty simple. We got a 3-story McDonald's building. Got some employee and customer parking. And then a blank piece of paper. Honestly, probably my best work. And that is it. Well, guys, that is it for this pile. Again, there's all of these notebooks that I have to go through, and then I just have a ton more notebooks and probably a ton more drawings and whatnot I can go through. I want to make a part 2 to this just because there's so much else to go through. Maybe I do have some open space on my wall, so maybe I can find just like the best, because this was already a lot. So, maybe I'll just go through all the notebooks, find the best things to show. I'll put it up on my wall, and we can just go one by one. That'll probably make it easier to show, and yeah. So if y'all want to see a part 2 to this, I definitely want to make a part 2. So if y'all want to see a part 2, make sure you leave a like down below, and make sure you subscribe too while you're down there so you never miss all the videos I have planned that are definitely 100% coming up this year. None of them will be coming in the following week to this video. This video will probably be out before, but no, this video will be out before, but right after this video goes up, I will be going down to Florida to see one of my friends, and then also visit my grandparents. So, and I'm thinking about vlogging the trip, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen, but you know, if I happen to, it'll probably just be a very small vlog. Actually, I think I will film a video. Yeah, I'll probably film a little bit something and then I'll post it, but that is it for this video, guys. Again, if you like some of these drawings, if you like these types of videos where we kind of just sit down and look at like artwork and whatnot, and especially old artwork where we can see the progress from spelling antenna. I still can't get over that. I spelled antenna 2 different ways wrong, and I thought I can guarantee you I thought both ways are right. But leave a like for part 2, guys. While you're down there, make sure you subscribe. And with that being said, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.